Take a step outside and seize the day now.
So in this video, we're going to show you what the pubs and the food is all about in Ireland.
Now we'll start our pub tour at Murray's, which is right on O'Connell Street, and just happened to be 1 block south from our hotel, the Castle Hotel. This is a classic Dublin pub, and it's where our group had their first Guinness and first meal in Dublin. All right, so everyone wonders what's the difference between a Guinness, how it tastes in the U.S. and here in Ireland. And I must say, here it has a fresher, richer, smoother flavor. Creamier, tastes much, much better. So, hey, you know what? Come on over to Dublin and have a Guinness at least once. Now, all the pubs offered various Irish dishes, such as Irish stew and Guinness stew. The prices for a meal range between 13 and 18 euros. And we found that the price of a pint of Guinness ranged anywhere from a low of 5.50 euros at a local pub to a high of 10 euros down at the Temple Bar area. And here's a little bit of good news. A pint of Guinness here is $6.50 at Murray's Bar, which is about $2 or $3 cheaper than it is down in the Temple Bar area. So if you're looking for a reasonable Guinness, come on down to Murray's, right here on O'Connell Street. All right, so another pub highly recommended is Cobblestone. It's about a mile away from our hotel, but we're heading there now to check it out. Suppose it has great music and has a slogan that it's a bar with a music problem. The Cobblestone is located north of the river and very close to the Jameson Distillery. I would call this a classic Irish neighborhood pub, where the local musicians gather in the front room to play their music. So if you're looking for something a little different here in Dublin, head over to the Church Bar and Restaurant. It's a converted church into a restaurant, and it's pretty cool. And we're going to grab some drinks and a bite to eat here. Now, the Church Bar and Restaurant is located north of the river and a few blocks west of O'Connell Street. It's a converted church. Now, the food and drink here were a little more expensive than the typical Irish pub, but everybody had a great meal and enjoyed their visit. I would suggest going here at least once. Oh, and they have downstairs and upstairs seating. Now, one of the local pubs that turned out to be one of our favorites is Brannigans, which is located right off of O'Connell Street, right near the Spire. All right, so we're always looking for different pubs. We found Brannigans, which is right off O'Connell Street, near the tower, near that stainless steel tower. And this place has the best prices in Guinness. $5.90 for a pint. That's pretty good. Since down the Temple Bar area, it's close to $10. And the meals are all around $15 or less. They have burgers, salads, they have sandwiches and wraps. And it's a really cool place. Like Chef Tony's here. And Tori, she's here. And Sue's here. And really nice place, nice bar, good friendly local atmosphere, packed. So we're going to have dinner and see how it goes. And some Guinness, of course. Since Sue is not a beer drinker, during our trip she enjoyed the apple cider Orchard Thieves that was on tap at every bar and pub we went to.
Cut! Apple cider is back in the day when we used to drink apple juice but with a kick.
That's true, with a big kick here. Now, while we were there, I had their Guinness stew, and it was the best Guinness stew I had during our entire 8 days in Dublin. Hey, this Guinness stew is the best so far. Great tasting broth, lots of vegetables, potatoes, meat, We're in Brannigans, right off of O'Connell Street. If you're in this area, stop in and get the Guinness stew. Best yet so far. We had a great time in there, and lots of locals who we're talking to. So if you see this sign, bar food, Brannigans since 1854, you got to go in. So if you're up on O'Connell Street, check this place out. Real friendly people, real reasonably priced food, and the Guinness was only €5 and change, €5 and change, which is very, very inexpensive for what you usually pay around here in Dublin. So we're going to head up the street now and go for a walk. It's a beautiful evening, and everyone is ready for a little walk to walk off that dinner. Got it. We walked south on O'Connell Street towards the river and came to the Oval Bar. The Oval Bar is a classic Irish pub where the Irish citizens met to plan the Easter Monday uprising in 1916. If you enjoy history, check this pub out during your trip to Dublin. So we're continuing south on O'Connell Street. We're going to go over the River Liffey, and J.R. Mahon is our next stop. It's a local favorite, recommended for good music and good food. J.R. Mahones is located just south of the river, and it faces the River Liffey. J.R. Mahones was suggested by a local. They actually brew their own craft beers, offer a delicious menu, and have Irish music and Irish step dancers. We took a look inside and found what appeared to be a very traditional Irish pub. All right, and very close to that one is the Palace, which I see on the list of pretty much every list of where you should go to when you go to Dublin. Every list has the Palace, and we'll go in there next. The Palace is known for its classic Victorian bar and beautiful stained glass. It's the place where many of Ireland's most talented writers, poets, and journalists met to throw back a Guinness. We headed inside to take a look around. So just a short walk from the Palace, and 1 block off the river is Mulligans, which is one of the oldest pubs, established in 1782. Not the oldest, but one of the oldest. Now, Mulligans also came up on multiple lists of the must-see pubs in Dublin. It's a no-nonsense traditional Irish pub where locals like to meet to throw back a Guinness. Now, close to Mulligans and still south of the river is our next stop. So Darky Kelly's is west of the Temple Bar area and has very high recommendations for music and food, and we're going to stop in there next. Now, to get to Darky Kelly's, we had to walk through the Temple Bar area. Now, we'll do a full dedicated video about the Temple Bar area in a few weeks. So Darky Kelly's, we're here. It's about a block off the water, south of the river, and like I said, has great reviews. And we did come here for dinner. Let's go inside and take a look. Now, this pub is known for one of the best places to hear traditional Irish music, and it's located in one of the oldest parts of Dublin City. All right, so next up we're going to the Brazen Head, which is the oldest pub in all of Ireland. You gotta check this place out. The Brazen Head is an 8-minute walk west from the Temple Bar area and is very close to the river. So the river's right there in front of you, and Brazen Head is right over there. As I said, it's the oldest pub in Dublin, established in 1198. Let's go inside and check it out. And it's here that we found our group taking a break.
Shlante!
The Brazen Head definitely had an old school feel, and I'd recommend checking it out when you come to Dublin. Now, walking back to the Temple Bar area, you'll find the old Storehouse Bar and Restaurant. Definitely a place worth checking out. Sue and I went back there one evening for dinner. She had salmon and I had the seafood stew. Both were very delicious. We then listened to some non-Irish music, and as in most of the pubs, the entertainer always tries to get the crowd to be involved.
Yeah!
Now, although the pubs are fun during the day, they're even better at night. Check out these clips from Murray's at night. All right, so when you're in Dublin, there's lots of music in the pubs, and you got to take advantage of it. Sometimes it starts in the afternoon, but most times it starts in the evening. So we're heading down to Murray's or Murphy's? Murray's. Heading down to Murray's just to see what the music is all about.
Closer.
Soon this fella on the harmonica really got into it.
Take me home, country road. Yesterday, country road, take me home.
Now, from those from the U.S. who remember the Six Flag Mr. Six, I think that guy in the bar was this guy. And that's not all. At 10 p.m. each night at Murray's, they bring on the Irish step dancers. And another night we were there, a group of locals were celebrating someone's birthday. I'd have to say that was the best 45 minutes we've had so far in the trip, wouldn't you say?
Oh, no question about it.
Unbelievable. We're gonna have to go
with the
back.
harmonica, the table next to it.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. But that's what Dublin's all about, and that's Irish music in a pub. Basically getting together, singing together, and having a good time. And that's our tour of the pubs here in Dublin, and our favorites are?
The old Storehouse, Brannigans, and what's the other one?
Murray's.
Murray's, that's right. I forgot
Yeah,
that
Murray's
one.
close to our hotel. All right. So until next time, safe travels.